Well, it's always great to start 2-0 in conference and defend that home court. We had two great crowds this weekend and two really, I think, gritty performances. I loved our defense today for most of the game. We had a few breakdowns, but overall it was very solid position-wise. Washington's not an easy team to guard because they have the green light all over. They play fast. They're comfortable shooting any open shot. Because of that, you can't ever relax. It's hard to predict where their opportunities are going to come from, and because of that, you know, it takes a really focused, gritty effort, and I thought we did a really nice job today. With that, we kept them off the free throw line. 11 fouls is all, and 10 free throw attempts for them. I thought that was a key in the game. And so we knew anytime you play them, I mean, they're scrappy. They're not going to go anywhere. They're going to keep battling until the very end. They did. I thought we learned some lessons down the stretch, you know, but overall, this was a really gritty win, and Destiny put us on her back early. It just set the tone offensively, just in attack mode, and that was part of our game plan. You know, and Taya had 9 rebounds at halftime, ended with 14, and did a phenomenal job in that regard. And so a great team win with some really good performances.
Destiny, coming out, it looked like was there a different mindset for you today? It looked like you attacked some and got going early. Was there anything different about the approach or what you wanted to accomplish early on today?
No, I think we just had prepared all week, or like all weekend, just to get to the rim, score, get to the X, and I think that's what my mindset was off the bat: create open shots and just get our offense flowing.
Scott, what did you see out of her? Anything different today, or just more aggressiveness, or to kind of start off fast? Or?
Well, I thought part of it was our defense early. You know, we forced a lot of misses early in this game that led to transition, and so I thought our defense set the tone. We were locked in from the beginning. And then when you get Destiny in the open court or you pressure her, you know, she has the ability to go by most people. And so she created opportunities for herself and for us. A lot of threes. I mean, we shot 19 threes, I think, in the first half, something like that. And 21 out of 34 or something like that of our field goal attempts at halftime were threes, but they were all great threes. I mean, they were from dribble penetration to the paint and then looking out, you know, from there. And so we'll take that all the time. And so I just thought that, you know, she, like she just said, adapted to the game plan, which was to go. And when you tell her to go, that's what she loves to hear, you know. So I thought her mindset was right to start this game, and that's throughout it, to be aggressive.
Scott, I don't know if you remember the whole stretch or not, but it got to 44-40. What did they do to get it to 44-40 in your mind? What did you guys do to kind of pull away there in that next 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah, well, I thought we really similar to Friday. We did not dictate where they were going on the court at the same level. I felt they remained the same. They are going to be aggressive. They're going to do what they do, which is attack and kick and shoot and try to push in transition. And that's what they did. We allowed that. I thought we did not. We're looking still for a defensive leader on this team, somebody that sets the tone on that end of the floor. We're still searching for an identity that just is who we are all the time. At times, we've proven that we can be excellent. At times, we can prove we can be not good on that end, where we let them get comfortable. It's just like Washington State scored 23 points against us in the third Friday night. Washington scored 19 in the third. Our 2 worst quarters, I'm pretty sure. They got down the stretch, they got some too in the fourth. But what changed was our defense. Defensively, we went on a stretch where they didn't score for several possessions, and we had good possessions. And it's funny how that works. The ball tends to go in when you're getting stops. And so we got back to our brand of basketball. We got grittier, you know, and that's what we need to do more often.
Taya, other than the Bakersfield game, like the last 3 with the Duke game and then Washington State and then Washington, you guys have been in a spot where it could go either way. I mean, you had the lead against Washington and Duke, and you guys were able to pull away. And then, you know, Friday night, you guys had to come back from down 4. What have you seen out of this team and your ability to make those plays now down the stretch to either come back or to close out teams?
I mean, I think our team's really tough, and we kind of just have this chip on our shoulder. Like, that's our mentality, you know, like we're a target. Like, people want to beat us, so we know we got to hit people, and we're going to get hit too. So I think we always just have like this fight back mentality.
Scott,
Yeah, Kat. I mean, everybody knows Friday night, suffered an injury, left the game, got checked, and then we found out last evening, that it's a season-ending injury. And so I don't know exact details of everything that's damaged, but it's enough damage where she won't be back this year, which is obviously devastating for her. Devastating for us because we love playing with her, just like Janessa. We're expecting Janessa back, but to have, 2 of our juniors go down in 1 week, it's very, it's frustrating and sad, to be honest. And so this team has had to rally, in the last 24 hours, learning that news, and then, we haven't had anyone since I've been here have a season-ending injury. This is the first one since Jason, our trainer's been here for 10 years. I've been here for 9. This is the first one we've had. We've had some others, a couple hand injuries, Jamie and Sydney's over the years that were kind of storied injuries, but they returned. We're expecting the same with Janessa. But to have someone go down and not be able to come back, it's miserable, to be honest. And so we're going to rally around her and love her. And then it's up to us, the rest of us, to figure it out and fill in the gaps, and those are 2 big gaps right now.
Is Janessa a while out?
She's not going to be back next week.
So you're down to 9.
Yeah.
Where's your level of concern on the roster, just as far as having?
I mean, Notre Dame won the national title with 7 last year. I've had years with 9, I've had years with 10 and 11, and so it doesn't do me any good to be concerned. It just does good to figure out this puzzle now, because the puzzle changed. So yesterday in practice, I subbed myself in, because we were down to 9 and 2 of them are 5s. Trish is going to have to learn the point here. Not really, but. So it's a different puzzle. And so even today, trying to call plays, knowing that I've got people in positions that they're not normally in. There's some adversity there that we've got to work through. And to our staff's credit and our team's credit, this team was very adaptable, to be able to manage today during those stretches where we were calling some sets, and I'm like, okay. Normally the cat's over there or whatever. We had people out of position. So it's something that happens in sports, right? You lose people for a period of time or extended period of time, and you adapt and try to figure out what's best for this group now.
For Taya and Destiny, with Kat being out, obviously a tough blow. How did you guys kind of get through that yesterday and into today? And you guys look like obviously you miss her because of how big she is, but it looked like you guys were able to play without her and do a lot of things, and players stepped up. Do you feel confident that you guys have the players around, and you guys feel like mentally you guys are maybe past this a little bit and ready to attack the next part of the season?
I think obviously for all of us, it's a big hit. That's our sister going out. Like when she goes out, it hits us deep. And so I think on a level, there's only one thing we can do, and that's rise for her. She doesn't want us to take a day off. She doesn't want us to sit there and mope for her. She wants a national championship just like we do. And so there's no days off. We're going to be there for her, and we're going to be right next to her through the entire process. But she's with us through this process no matter if she's on the floor or not. And so I think all we can do is rise up, continue to get better, and she's going to be right there cheering us on. So.
What she said, basically, that's what I was thinking. So. Yeah.
Speaking of this game, Destiny, obviously last year you sat out the entire Pac-12 and sort of watched from the sideline. What have you seen in your first 2 games in the Pac?
The Pac to me is the best conference in the country. Every single game is going to be a game where you have to come out and have your best game, because anyone can have a good game any day, any weekend. And I think that's one thing that I've kind of learned and watched throughout the entire year, through the adversity that we faced last year in the Pac. And I know this year is going to be a hard fight too. And so every weekend we just kind of had to take it game by game. So.